Hello and welcome back, or welcome. I am book lover Lorna, and today I'm coming at you with another review. We just love a cheeky review. Now, today's review is, as you can tell from the title of the video, about Ice Creams at Emerald Cove by Holly Martin, which is her newest release. I think it came out in paperback in January, I want to say, beginning of the year, and then in Kindle edition you could download it from the 1st of March, I think. So it's very accessible. If you want to go and, read it, you can go and order it now, audio copy, or download the Kindle book. Now, we all know that Holly is one of my favourite authors. I love her books so much. Literally in the past year I've become obsessed with her, and I am part of a Facebook group for people who read her books. Yes, so Holly posted on Facebook asking for reviewers to come forward if they wanted to review her book in exchange for a copy via Kindle. So I was like, yes, me, please. Oh my goodness, look at the sun issue we've got going on here. Ignore that. So basically, Holly sent me a Kindle copy of Ice Creams at Emerald Cove in exchange for a review on Amazon. So that was all I had to do. So this video is not, I don't have to do this. I just want to share my thoughts on this book with you guys. So that is what I'm doing. So I'm not obligated to do this. I just wanna. I just want to chat about it. So before I actually read the book, I didn't realise that it was part of a series. So it turns out it's part of the Jewel Island series, which I haven't read. So oops. This is fine. I've done this before, accidentally read the books in the wrong order. So the Jewel Island series comprises of Sunrise over Sapphire Bay and Autumn Skies over Ruby Falls, I think. Yeah, and I have got those on my shelves. I actually got them for Christmas. I can see Sunrise for Sapphire Bay right now. But this was, so Ice Creams at Emerald Cove is the third book in the series. So essentially, like, her books are such that they can be read as standalones. They're better enjoyed as part of the sequence because, so for example, the characters that are in the third book, so Ice Creams at Emerald Cove, it's about Jessie and Sky. And what usually happens is that in the first two books in the series, Jessie and Sky would have been very small minor characters, but you would have kind of got a hint of their life and them and what's going on, but they're just kind of background characters. So it is more enjoyable if you read them, in order, but I didn't, so oops, never mind. So Ice Creams at Emerald Cove is about Sky and Jessie. Now, they've had a complicated relationship in life. Now, they were friends, very, very good friends, and still are. They were married at one point, not through romance purposes, but because Jessie lives in Canada, and I think Sky wanted to, did she want to go out there for work or just to escape, like, her life? I can't remember. But she wanted to move to Canada for a bit, so they got married so that she could live there, essentially. So, it's a friendship kind of thing, but they were married at one point, but not through romance. So yeah, they're no longer married, but essentially Sky is back on Jewel Island and Jessie comes to visit. And to be quite honest, if you read the blurb of this book, nothing in this book is really going to surprise you very much. Holly's books aren't really like that. They're kind of just for enjoying it for what it is. Like, there are a few, but there aren't going to be like an awful lot of like, oh my goodness. So anything that I say isn't really going to ruin the book for you. At this point, I will say that I gave this 5 stars, and if you don't want to hear anything about the book, then stop watching now. But from what I've already said, you're already going to be making assumptions which are probably correct. So, if you want to stick around, stick around. If you don't want to hear any more about the book and just know that I gave it 5 stars and you should go and read it, then, bye. Thanks for watching. So now I can say a bit more about the book because I've done a little disclaimer. So the story between Sky and Jessie is essentially like a long burning love story. It is a long burning, is it slow burning? I think it's slow burning that you're supposed to say. We'll call it long burning. We're rebranding love stories. So yeah, like I say, they are divorced, but there is something there. And it's the story of kind of, will they, won't they? Will they expose their thoughts to each other? It can be a little bit frustrating at times. One of those love stories, not where you like dislike the book, but to the point where you're like, oh my God, just be honest with one another. Like, just speak up. But those are the kind of, you know, easy reading romances that we kind of enjoy, you know? They're a little bit frustrating, but like, oh, you're just rooting for the characters, and that's what you feel like reading this book, to be quite honest. There are quite a few moments in the books, and in a lot of Holly's writing, to be fair, where you will outwardly chuckle and be like, like, you know, like, how could you be so stupid, or something like that to the characters. There are some laugh out loud moments, lol. There are a few like, oh, no moments, like you're gasping kind of moments. Sorry, I just had to sort out the blind situation. It's a bit dark now, but it's better than having the sun like radiating from my shoulder. So yeah, there are quite a few like gasp moments. There are a few wide-eyed things that some of the characters say to each other, and you're like, oh, honey, that was not a good move. Like, honestly, just wish you didn't say that. Let's rewind here, you know, put your cool hat on. You do really feel like you're kind of friends with these characters, and not gonna lie, really want to move to one of these islands that Holly writes about. Like, literally would be my dream now, to just live on one of these islands where there's barely any people that live there. You know, you've got to like get a bus, not a bus, you can't get a bus, get a boat or a plane to the mainland, but you're just living this nice little life with nice little neighbours, and you can just go for a run around the island, you know, as your exercise. It sounds cute. Sounds like kind of life I would like. I could just like have this nice little house that's kind of on the little top of the island, or maybe by the beach, and just read my book in the sunshine, and when it was like a stormy weather situation, you know, batten down the hatches, close all the shutters, get in with me hot cocoa. Who do I think I am? I'm 90. But yeah, that's not even about the book, that's just me, you know, living my dream. Well, not right now, but will be one day. So yeah, like I say, gave this book 5 stars, very enjoyable. Each of Holly's books that I read, I'm very much like, oh, there's got to be one that I don't enjoy, so maybe this is the one, you know, that is not quite so, you know, sitting in my heart the same way. And each time I read one, it surpasses the last one. So each one gets better every time. She always surprises you with something new, no matter, you know, which order you read her books in. You don't even have to go from her longest written ago to her most recent. You're just, they're just amazing. So moral of the story is, I love Holly Martin. Really enjoyed Ice Creams at Emerald Cove. I would advise you read it, but I might advise that you read them in the order that they're intended to be. So Sunrise over Sapphire Bay, Autumn Skies over Ruby Falls, and then Ice Creams at Emerald Cove. Even though I haven't read the other two, I know that they'll be amazing. So it's just, there's an unquestionable, like, is that the right word? Unquestionable? It's just a given. It's just a given at this point. So yeah, thank you very much to Holly for sending that book my way. I very much enjoyed it. And once I've read the other 2 in the series, I will obviously be buying it in paperback so that I've got the full collection, because I think there's only 2 or 3 of Holly's books that I'm missing now, even though they're now scattered all over my shelves because I did that, you know, my reorganisation, put them all in colours. I love to collect them. So yeah, please do tell me if you're going to go and read this book, or if you would like any other suggestions for any other Holly Martin books. Let me know, because I am your gal. I might not have read them all yet, but I am on it. Now I've realised that Ice Creams at Emerald Cove is part of the series. Oops. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy reading, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!